Congratulations on your purchase of the Valiteq Documentation Management Software version 2.0. The DMS 2.0 is a powerful quality management tool designed to assure the continuous quality improvement, or CQI, of your compounded sterile preparations, or CSPs. Let's begin with a quick overview of the program. The DMS 2.0 is a Java-based program designed to operate on any hardware system, from a laptop to a server accessible by many users. The DMS 2.0 provides a timely and integrated approach to your personnel, facility, and environmental management issues. As you add future DMS modules to your system, you'll gain greater control of your CSP program through complete process auditing and statistical process controls, or SPCs. Now, let's take a moment to change your password. To do this, select Options and enter your new password twice in the spaces provided. Now, you should set up your institution details and report header. From the Options menu, select Institute Details. Enter your institution's name and address and click Save. You will also want to establish a report header from the Options menu. 7 lines are provided to enter all of the information you would like to have appear at the top of your reports. Once you've entered all of this information, click Save to preview the report header. If the header meets approval, click Yes, header is okay. Clicking No, header needs correction will return you to the report header entry screen to correct your entries. Once these housekeeping details are entered, it's time to start adding your CSP process personnel. From the Options menu, select Manage Employees, select Add New Employee. From the pull-down menu, indicate whether the employee is a supervisor. Enter the employee's first and last names as indicated and click Save. Click Clear to add another employee and continue. Please note that employees added will not appear in the employees list until you close the Employees Details screen. The employee list has a number of other features you should know. For example, if you need to edit the employee name, select the employee and click Edit Employee. This returns you to the Employee Details dialog box and allows you to correct any errors. You may also delete an employee from the Manage Employees menu. To sort the list, you may search on All Employees, Supervisors Only, or Regular Employees. You may also elect to search on Active Employees Only, Inactive Employees Only, or All Employees. The final step in setting up employees will require establishing security access to the program. To provide security access, return to Options, then Manage Security Users. Select Add New User, then select the employee you wish to add from the pull-down list. Assign the desired security level for that employee. Tech users may only add data to room and equipment data records. Supervisors have many of the capabilities of the administrator. However, they may not print or view test keys, add or manage employees, or assign security users. You may assign administrator capabilities to any employee you desire. However, you should take great care in allowing this level of access to the DMS. As you set up each security user, you may assign them the ability to change their own password should you choose. The The final housekeeping detail you should take care of at this time is to add any additional standard operating procedures necessary for proper training of your CSP personnel to your documentation training records. The next step is to describe your CSP facility or facilities. From the Room Equipment Records menu, select Create RDR or Room Data Record. Enter the room name. Select its intended function. There are 4 options listed. These options provide a range of controlled facilities and support areas. You should generate an RDR for each room which supports your CSP process, including any critical aseptic work zone, buffer zone, anteroom, or storage area. Select the ISO class level to which the room must conform. Select the initiation date, which is the time that your record keeping will begin. If the room is pressurized, select the symbol plus for positive or minus for negative. If it is not pressurized, select NA. For pressurized rooms, enter the fail limit in inches of water column, or WC. Values that occur at or below the fail limit will appear in red on your reports. Values that occur at or below the action limit will appear in orange, and values below the alert limit will appear as lime green. In the DMS 2.0, only values occurring within the acceptable operating range will appear in dark green. This color key system is used throughout the DMS 2.0. You may become familiar with the meaning and operational limitations of action and alert limit criteria by referring to the DMS tutorial on the Valiteq website at www.valiteq.com. For more information on setting pressure limits, please refer to the guidance Setting Pressure Limits contained in the DMS tutorial. Determine the certification frequency of the room, which for most rooms will be semi-annual. Select the frequency of testing for your room filtration integrity. Determine the pressure check frequency. We recommend each shift. Now, enter the minimum acceptable air changes per hour for the facility based upon design. Finally, select the days and shifts of operation. This determines the schedule of planned activities for this room and all equipment located within it. You are now ready to determine the frequency of the microbial testing for your facility. We recommend that counters and work surfaces be tested at least weekly. Select the number of work surface locations based upon the size of your facility. Walls should be tested at least quarterly or more frequently if necessary based upon ongoing contamination trends detected. Enter the number of wall locations to be tested. We also recommend that floors be tested at least weekly to begin with. Enter the number of floor locations. All of these frequencies may need to be adjusted based upon your testing outcomes. Finally, active airborne microbial sampling should be conducted at least quarterly. Enter the number of airborne microbial sampling locations. Click Save to install the room data into the program. You have several options at this point. You may add the primary engineering controls, or hoods, by selecting Add Equipment to this room, or you may clear the form and add another room. Now it's time to add your equipment data records. This may be done, as we mentioned, either from the Room Data Record or by clicking Create EDR from the Room Equipment Records menu. Assign the equipment name or identifier and enter the serial number as indicated. Now select the equipment type. Select the room in which the equipment is located from the pull-down list. Select the initiation date. Then select the certification frequency, which should be at least semi-annually. Please note that if the equipment type selected is Biological Safety Cabinet, you will be prompted to determine whether or not the hood is ducted outside. If Yes is selected, negative pressurization for the BSC exhaust duct is automatically selected. Enter the manufacturer's minimum recommended duct pressure value. These same choices apply if a compounding aseptic isolator is selected. Here, in addition to the option of duct pressure, the manufacturer's work chamber and pass-through chamber pressures should also be entered. Now it's time to set up the microbial testing frequency for each hood that you added. We recommend that work surfaces be tested at least weekly. Enter the desired number of hood microbial testing locations. Airborne microbial sampling should be performed at least as often as the hood is certified. Enter the number of hood airborne testing locations. Please note that for BSCs, you must also set up a sampling frequency and the number of sample locations for the undertray area, whereas CAIs will require additional testing in the pass-through chamber. Once all of your rooms and equipment are set up, you will want to begin initiating personnel into the CSP process by creating an individual training data record, or ITDR, from the Training Testing menu. To do this, select Create ITDR. You may select an employee from the pull-down list. However, if you wish to add an employee that is not in the pull-down list, this may be accomplished by clicking on the small icon next to the pull-down list. This will bring up the Employee Details dialog, and you may add an employee as previously described. Once you have selected an employee, select the initiation date you wish to install the employee into the CSP process. Select the appropriate supervisor for the employee, as well as the training and testing frequencies. At this time, you should select the frequency of microbial monitoring of the employee's gloves, gown, and active airborne sampling adjacent to their work zone. Save the record. You may either add additional data at this time or clear the form to add another employee. There are a number of ways to add data. To add or update personnel training data, select View Update ITDR from the Training Testing Records menu. Select the desired employee from the pull-down list and click on Edit Selected ITDR. This brings up the selected ITDR details. In the Report Data section, choose the type of data you wish to add. For microbial data, select Microbial from the Report Data section. A list of this employee's microbial testing due will appear. Select the test for which you wish to add data. Enter the test results. Enter the test date. Click Save. If you wish to retest the individual because of failed or above action limit results, highlight the test data you wish to repeat and click Retest. Now, select the newly inserted line, enter the new test results, enter the new test date. Click Save to enter the data into the record. Another way to enter microbial data is from the Planned Activities menu. Select either Personnel Training or Microbial Testing. Enter and search on the date range of interest. From the Microbial Testing screen, you will see a list of microbial testing due for all rooms, equipment, and personnel. Select the room, the item of equipment, or the employee for which you want to add data. This will take you immediately to the appropriate data entry screen. To document training materials provided, toggle to either Manual or SOP in the Manuals SOPs section of the ITDR screen. Select the manual or SOP from the pull-down list, enter the date issued, click Save. You may clear the manual section to add additional training materials. Any additional training materials you may want to include, in addition to those in the default settings, may be added from the Utilities menu under SOP Details. To document viewing of the audiovisual program, select Training from the Report Data section. Enter the date viewed, click Save. To document testing, from the Report Data section, select Testing. Choose the test category, either written or practical. Choose the test type, either aseptic compounding or aseptic and containment technique. Enter the test score. For a practical test, select growth or no growth. Enter the test date, click Save. To enter additional testing, clear the form. Select the test category and type. Enter the score and the test date, and click Save. Any comments relevant to the employee's training that you wish to enter may be added by selecting Comments from the Report Data section. Select the comment date, type the comment in the space provided. Click Save. Room and equipment data can be entered in the following way. From the Room and Equipment Records menu, you may select either RDR data entry or EDR data entry. Select the room or piece of equipment you wish to update. Please note that in the microbial monitoring section, there are tabs for reporting counter and work surface results, the walls result, the floor results, and your active airborne sampling results. In each case, the scheduled date of testing will appear in a table on the right-hand side of the screen. Select the date for which data is to be added. Notice that the number of locations for the category appears above the data entry section, while the location for which data is being entered appears next to the results section. Enter the date on which testing was conducted. Enter the location 1 results. Enter relevant comments such as the number of personnel present, unusual events which may bear upon the testing results, or other relevant information. Click Save. If you make an error when entering data, highlight the incorrect entry and click Cancel. A new data entry line will be inserted. However, a record of the incorrect entry will be retained by the program. You will not be able to delete this error history. To enter data for the next location, click Clear. Note that the location number adjacent to the Results section will have changed to Location 2. Enter the date of testing. Enter the Location 2 data. Enter any comments. Then click Save. Continue until all location data has been recorded. You may now add data for walls, floors, and active airborne counts in the same manner. Below the microbial monitoring section are tabs for recording certifications and room pressurization checks. Highlight the test scheduled date. Enter the actual test date. Enter the test report number. Enter the particle count results and the air change test results. Indicate whether or not filter integrity testing was performed. Then, enter any relevant comments. Click Save. Please note that the opportunity to retest the room is provided by highlighting the test data entered and clicking on Retest. Now, highlight the newly inserted data entry line, select the date of retest, enter the particle count value, air changes per hour, and the filter integrity test indicator. A similar process is followed for entering room pressurization data. The pressurization schedule will appear on the right-hand side of the section. Highlight the date and shift, Enter the actual date and shift taken. Enter the identity of the individual recording the data along with the result. Enter the positive or negative sign. Click Save. Rooms, equipment, and personnel may be moved to the archives when they are inactive. To do so, go to View Update ITDR, RDR, or EDR. Select the item or employee to be archived. Click on Edit, and on the Archive button at the bottom of the ITDR, RDR, or EDR. A list of archived personnel, rooms, or equipment can be viewed from the Archive menu, where they may be reactivated if desired. There are several types of reports that can be printed from the DMS 2.0. These include ITDRs, RDRs, and EDRs, as well as summary reports for all rooms, for all personnel, or all equipment. Planned activity reports may also be printed. There are several ways to print reports. Individual ITDRs, RDRs, and EDRs may be printed from the Print button at the bottom of the screen. Summary reports, including detailed data or averages only, may be printed from the Reports menu. Select the type report desired. Enter the date search range. Click Search, then Print.